Hi, my name is Andrew Bell.
And I'm Nick DiCarlo.
I'm on vacation. Welcome to the West is the Best Show. So, we have Nicholas DiCarlo in the house. He's wearing his Frederick Perry, the official polo of people who are cool. What's up, man? How are you?
Oh, man, what a drive here.
Was it a far drive?
No, just my car's a piece of shit, that's all.
Well, that makes sense. I'm glad I got to see you today, because if I vividly remember the situation last night, you came over, drank my beer, and then stole my keys.
If I remember correctly, I was invited to crash so I could guest host on the show, and then 10 minutes later, oh, sorry guys, my roommate had plans, and her kid's got to crash on the couch, and
yeah.
Get out, get out, get out.
It was a blend of both of those things.
Yeah, sure.
Did you get some coffee? No coffee for you?
Oh, I drank a ton of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm jobbing out.
We have I'm on vacation. I'm usually dressed nice. Today, I think that I decided to tone it down a little bit. I got my leather vest on. I think it's almost cold enough to wear it. I like to buy my winter clothes in summer and my summer clothes in winter because they're always on sale. I think it's an interesting technique.
Save money.
Have you ever bought clothes in your entire life?
I haven't bought clothes in years. I've just stayed the same shape for like a decade, and I haven't had to buy clothes.
A decade? How old are you? You look like you're 23.
I'm 41.
41. Oh, okay.
27.
See, have you noticed your lower third on what it says below your name?
Facial hair enthusiast? I used to. Man, back in the day, I used to have those handlebars going out.
Yeah,
I sadly droop.
I was so yesterday I had a beard, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to McDonald's real quick and get a hamburger. And so I'm playing with my beard. I'm like, man, this thing's annoying. I'm about to go on vacation. I want to change. I'm just going to shave my whole face. I'm going to go clean shaven, screw it. And I pull up to the drive-thru, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to shave this 100%. Nothing's going to change my mind. And I roll up to the drive-thru window, and there's this 16-year-old Mexican girl that goes, hey, I like your mustache. You got it, like, low-key. Like, it's all twisted. Like, did you do that on purpose? And I'm like, yeah, like, I twisted it with my hand. She goes, do you have, like, wax in that or something? And I was like, no, I just kind of messed with it. And she goes, that's, like, really cool. And this girl is, like, 8 years younger than I am, so I was not interested. But I was like, you know what? Thank you for that genuine compliment. I am now going to have a mustache. Not because I think it looks good, but because I think it looks bad and I think it's hilarious.
I mean, I think you kind of look like Freddie Mercury right now, but that's all right.
I look like one of the Village
80%
people.
Less AIDS.
But, 80%. I only have 20% AIDS?
You're only at a 20 right now.
A 20?
Yeah.
What would cause my aziness to go down? How can I contribute to not having, what is it, amino? Isn't that a fish thing?
I think it's autoimmune.
Autoimmune. It's automatic?
Autoimmune.
AIDS is automatic.
Deficiency.
Autoimmune deficiency.
Not automatic.
Yeah, it's automatic. I have an automatic deficiency.
It doesn't just happen. You have to fuck men.
Nicholas, they're signaling
you have
for
to
you
fuck men to get AIDS.
Well, no, wasn't this thing where like it was like a monkey thing, or was that from Africa where somebody had sex with a
hoax,
monkey?
Dude. Just like dolphins, penguins, and otters.
It's
all a hoax.
I don't know anything about AIDS because I'm not interested enough in it to do a lot amount of research. But one thing that kind of frustrates me is these people that think they have celiac disease, so they want to eat everything that's gluten-free. Eating gluten-free is unhealthy for you unless you have celiac disease. Like, bread is nice. Stop pretend. But the thing is, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because these people go, my kids aren't going to eat gluten because it's bad for them. and then they turn 7 years old and they eat their first cookie because someone handed it to them because they're being a nice person, and they have this fucking flare up because they've never had gluten in their entire life, and their body's like, what the fuck is this?
So you think celiac disease is being pushed onto our kids?
I don't think celiac disease is being pushed. I think that gluten-free diets are being pushed when they shouldn't have to be.
Okay.
I think I've had very few gluten-free things, things that are circumstantially gluten-free, not things that are like what, like most cereals gluten-free, like Cheerios and things like that.
No.
But no, yeah, it is.
What? No.
Yes, most cereals gluten-free. I know that for sure because I saw a commercial last night where they were boasting about how Cheerios was whatever. Anyways, regardless of that,
All right.
I think it's interesting. I had this conversation with you last night while we were drinking alcoholic beverages on why Trump is a punk rock president. Trump is the guy who is punk rock.
Absolutely, he's counterculture. I mean, the mainstream right now is to hate on Commander-in-Chief, or Pussy Grabber-in-Chief.
I think he's hilarious. I love him to
He's
death.
the best.
He's like the only guy who seems to have America's best interest at heart. He's like, you know what? We live here. We should probably be thinking of ourselves first. And then he goes, everyone else goes, but what about this and this and this? And he goes, no, no. Like, are you stupid? Why are you putting yourself second? Like, you got to be happy. You got to put yourself first. And if you have a family and responsibilities, obviously you should be taking yourself into consideration. But how stupid and dense do you have to be be like, I'm going to sacrifice something that I know is good for me just so that way somebody else that hates me, that wants to kill me, can have it better.
It's the ultimate sacrifice. I mean,
It's stupid because you're going, hey, Run Deep, I know you don't like me and you hate me. That wasn't a bash at any particular race. It was just the first thing that came to mind. And I know you hate me and you want to stab me in the face, so you know what? To make that easier for you, I'm going to give you this knife. And I don't control what you do, Run Deep, but I would hope that you don't do it. And he goes, and he stabs you in the face. That's what America's been doing for the past 8 years with, who was that? What was the name? What was that guy again? Was it
Barry?
Yeah, Bronson something. Barack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
About our first gay president.
Barack Obama. Barack Obama. Yeah, man.
So
I don't
progressive.
know. But no, Wes is the best is awesome. America is awesome. And I had a phone call this morning from a very attractive gentleman by the name of CJ Isreal.
Hey.
And I was thinking, you know what, man? Who do I know that has seen more of America than probably anybody? So we're going to take a phone call from CJ Isreal in a minute. If we have CJ Isreal queued up or not. Hopefully he's watching. Mr. Isreal will be with us in 3 minutos, if that's how you say it in Spanish.
You got it spot on. That was it.
Is it really?
3 minutos? Yeah.
1, 2, 3 minutos. Minuto.
I speak it fluently.
They say it back. You're Italian, though. You're not Mexican.
Oh, I didn't know I can't learn Spanish for that reason.
Yeah, you can't. Okay, if you're an ethnicity, it's illegal for you to learn other languages.
Italian's horrible.
Italians or Italian the language? That was the beautiful AJ.
Little calm B. I'm just playing.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Huh?
Exactly. So I'm excited to have CJ because I think that he's probably one of the most attractive men I've ever seen in my entire life. He probably has the largest upper body strength. I don't know. I feel like he could be a arm wrestling champion, but because he knows that, he thinks it's interesting not to even compete. So it looks like we've been pushed back about 8 minutes for the CJ Isreal deal. He's out there making America great again and working on a Saturday like most people who aren't communists are doing. If you're not working on the weekends, that's why no one will remember your name. Just saying. Anyways, we got a lot of topics to go over today. One of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about is one of the most popular items on www.westisthebestmagazine.com is the hats. And we've been out of hats for a couple months now. And me and Mr. Coyle are debating what type of hat and what it should say and how it should be laid out. I've gotten multiple requests that we should do something like this where it's red, like a Trump hat with red with the Texas on the side. But I don't want to do Texas. I want to do like an American flag. And we'll probably do it on the other side because so many people are complaining that it's on the wrong side. I'm thinking we can do a hat similar to this. There's another one, the black ones we did. I like those. We could probably do.
Black with the gold lettering.
No, I was thinking. Yeah, if you scroll down, they may have taken it off. Down, 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 down. Yeah, we took it off. It's a black hat. Everyone's seen it. Anyways, I'm thinking about doing a Trump hat, the same kind of deal, but doing a white, and then the lettering itself be black and yellow. That'd be interesting. But I don't know if that many people want to do white. But I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like a winter line for Wittib, like hoodies and little baby shirts, so that way they can have little babies wearing the Wittib stuff.
How about scarves? Can we get scarves?
Scarves? No, we can't have scarves. I've actually, honestly, just between you and me,
Oh yeah, just us.
I just between you and me, I was always secretly wanting to learn the thread arts, like how to make scarves and like beanies and gloves.
Do we have like a fag button that'll play the fag sound?
We do, but it's unavailable. We do. But no, I think it's interesting. Plus, I've always been an entrepreneur. Ever since I was like 15 years old, I've been like making and selling jewelry, cleaning pools, cutting grass, like cleaning shit out of horse stalls. How about you? Have you always been wanting to make money all the time?
Well, I don't just want. I just do make money all the time.
Are you a hustler, Mr. DiCarlo?
I hustle. I've been known to hustle. Oh, talk about it. Oh shit. I mean, it's kind of.
I'm kind of dominating this conversation here, sir. I'm used to dominating because I'm an alpha male, but
no.
I'm trying to give you some.
I mean, I wouldn't say I've always been an entrepreneur, but I've definitely been the hard worker most of my life. I got that from my grandpa, and my father, and.
Hard-working guys.
Oh yeah, my grandpa was he was doing roofing till he was like 80 in the heat of Arizona in the summer, doing roofing.
That sucks.
And one day I saw him fall off the roof twice, and he just got right the fuck back up.
I've never done roofing. I've seen people do roofing, and I've heard people talk about doing roofing, and it's hot as shit. And I can't imagine doing it in the desert.
Yeah, in Phoenix, like 120 in the summer. What, it reached 124 this year? It's so hot there.
That's dangerous, right?
If you park in like a parking lot, a grocery store, and you sit there for 10 minutes, your tires begin to leave grooves in the asphalt.
That's not real.
No, I'm dead serious.
Is that real?
Absolutely. We need an Arizonan.
An Arizonan to
help me out.
To confirm this?
Help me out.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've heard this thing where you can put a tray of cookies,
Yeah.
like a tray, and put like the cookie dough on it, and you
it'll
put
bake
it
'em?
on the dash, and then you go in for whatever, and then you come back out and you have cookies.
I've heard that with an egg too, but I never tried.
I always wanted to cook a steak with a cast iron deal on the concrete, whatever it is, the sidewalk.
Yeah. My first job was landscaping in Arizona, in Phoenix.
There's not a lot of grass.
No, it was really easy. Yeah, no fucking grass.
That's hilarious.
Just trim hedges, trees, palm trees, a lot of those.
No, I mean I don't know. Like, what's the worst job you ever had? Was it the roofing deal?
No, I
Like
would
the
say
worst,
telemarketing.
the worst, hardest.
I was young, and the hardest job, that would be
So telemarketing was the worst. What did you sell?
tools, and it only lasted for 2 days.
That sounds awesome.
Well, yeah, I was young and naive, and I needed a job, and I looked into the New Times, and I looked at the classifieds, and it said, heavy metal job, laid back, Slipknot, and I was like, that's fucking weird they'd put this shit in a job posting, but I'll check it out anyway. I'm 19 and naive.
Sure.
And, man, it's just like people yelling at me with megaphones and shit.
Yep.
Talk louder, faggot! I'm just like, oh, man.
Yep. It's so funny that telemarketing has such a bad rap because people hate telemarketers. People hate sales in general.
Yeah, nobody wants to be called.
I
Everybody
think
wants
that's
to be left
interesting.
the fuck alone.
Do you think we'll ever get to text message telemarketing? I think we've kind of already gotten there. I get like spam texts, but you think random people will have a designated number just to like yell at you about stuff?
Not me.
Well, because
I
isn't
won't
it
have that number.
illegal for them to call you at a certain time, like not before 7 a.m. and not after 8 p.m. or something? And if they do, you can take them to jail or something. Or like you can sue them and they'll get your debt released or whatever.
What?
Yeah. If you have a credit card debt and they call you after like 8 p.m. and you can prove it, you can get your credit expunged if you have a good lawyer.
I don't think I've ever been called after 8 p.m. I don't have credit card debt, so.
I own everything in my life. I own my car.
Make payments on nothing.
I own everything. I don't debt is a good thing if you're using it to make money. But a lot of people are like, ooh, you know what? I am poor, but I really want these shoes, so I'm gonna do it. So then they have Chase, J.P. Morgan, go buy them for him, and then they're like, hey, you know those $80 shoes you bought 3 years ago? Yeah, you owe us $700. So I don't know. I think it's capitalism, and I think it's awesome. But I think that what did Warren Buffett say? That the stock market is a device used to take money from impatient people to patient people. I think it's an apt.
I think we need to stop
response.
giving people that are bad with money. That's not the solution. Throwing more money at it.
Well, what about the one where like people are bad with kids? Do we take away their kids? There's an entire government agency designed to take people's kids away.
Yeah.
The problem is the people that decide what's worth taking your kids away for.
Oh yeah, they're cunts. They're all cunts.
I don't know. Being a parent, it must be incredibly hard. I've never had a child. I'm excited about having one day if the Lord blesses me with one. Shout out to God. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people that have kids, and they all say having a kid is the hardest, most worth it thing that I've ever done in my entire life, and more people should do it. So, I don't know. We were talking about some other crap last night, like what, flat Earth?
Well, in their defense, shout out to my boy Chase, non-spherical Earth. Right?
So he told me he believes that the Earth is shaped like a cookie, like it's flat.
I think he was just saying that to fuck with you.
I don't know. I like his stance where he goes, I don't know what it is, and no one knows what it is, but I don't understand why it couldn't be a sphere or a circle. Like, my whole point is, it all hinges on, a bubble is a bubble because it's the most stable shape. Like, why couldn't it be? We're in a ball of lava in this floating through space.
Right. No, I agree with that. He's got some pretty good arguments, but I say we get together some kind of GoFundMe project, and we get him and 4 other flat earthers, non-spherical earthers.
Non-spherical earthers.
And send him to Antarctica. Tell him to find the edge. Report it.
Well, he says that no one's ever been to Antarctica, and you're not allowed to go. Because he probably believes that the Earth is not, it's like not a circle, but like it's hollow on the inside, and there's like lizard people in there.
Agreed. It's bad. No, I'm just...
I don't know. That's why, what was her name? Condoleezza Rice, the lady that flew around the world in 27 seconds. What was her name?
No, it was Condoleezza Rice. You're absolutely
For sure.
correct.
Yeah, awesome.
She had many achievements.
Yeah, Condoleezza Rice. She was a good egg. I liked her.
Did you know she also modernized bestiality?
What?
Yeah. Revolutionized it, some would say. Some sick fucks.
I don't understand how you come up with the funniest shit I've ever heard out of nowhere.
I mean, this is all fact. You could look this up.
You last night we were in my car,
talking to me?
and I put on what was it? The second Limp Bizkit album out of nowhere, and it was what was that one?
The
one where he's like the one where he's like walking down the back alley or whatever it is, and he goes, it was the intro song, and he goes, yeah, this is the song I lost my virginity to. It was on repeat. I'm like, you have to be lying to me right now. He says the most ridiculous. Like the other day, he walked up to a stranger and was like, "Hey, can I have 6 of your cigarettes?" Like, what a particular number. Why do you need 6 of them? You don't even smoke cigarettes.
Would you prefer I walk up every hour and ask for a cigarette every hour for 6 hours? Awful.
You don't even smoke cigarettes.
Oh, I know.
But he wants to take them from people. No. So it's like a redistribution of assets, right?
You can look at it like that. I'm against smoking. Cigarettes.
You should go live in the Texas group on your phone.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's what...
so people can see the behind the scenes.
I'm fucking up. Texas page.
Do we have any update on Mr. Isreal joining us?
He said in a few more minutes.
Just going to ruin the magic.
A few more minutes.
Gotta get to his destination, and I've got him preloaded on set. As soon as he pops up.
Come on, Jake. Hurry up.
We're going to interview Jake. Is his name Jake? I don't know what his name is. I just know him as CJ Isreal.
I'm sure he goes by that.
I call him Mr. Isreal. I like to call people by their official last name. And
first name. It's weird.
Okay.
I got some talking points for you guys if you need something to talk about for a second.
Sure, let's talk about it.
So Theresa May just declared martial law.
What?
Theresa
Is that a
May-
school?
No, Theresa May.
Who's Theresa May?
Oh Jesus, Prime Minister. Okay.
Oh, no shit.
Sharia law in all of
No,
England is now
martial
Sharia law.
Not Sharia law. Martial law.
Martial law. So what's the definition of martial law for the uneducated
Wasn't it the
people?
military takes control?
Yeah, it's exactly what all the super hard left people want, because the benevolent government that loves us to death and only has our best interests at heart wants to hold guns to our head and tell us what to do every day. Sounds like what was it? Soviet Russia, maybe? What was that one? Maybe Nazism? Like, what was his name? That guy with the funny mustache.
Stolen.
That guy too. That guy too. Yeah. H Dog. The dude with the chambers and the Chamber of Commerce, where they had all the Israelites.
Mr. 1488.
Yeah.
The Hitler himself.
I don't understand the fans of Mr. H. I don't understand how you could like him. I think that people think that being a Nazi is interesting because it's reactionary. People say, if someone said, and I'm not saying this, if someone said, for instance, I'm a Nazi, they would go, oh, I hate you, and everything nothing even makes sense that you're gonna say. You're like, oh, I like Frosted Flakes too, and they're like, fuck you. I think that people are Nazis because they know that people don't like it.
Right. I agree. It's counterculture, and we're taking it too far. We're just trying to be the Marilyn Mansons of our time, I guess.
I don't even like justification for it, but like, well, it wasn't really as bad as they say it was. It's like, okay, no. You can't. You're starting to normalize things that shouldn't be normalized.
Oh, we taking a tash break? Check out these handlebars.
So, we got Mitchell Lester in the Facebook live stream.
Mitchell.
Mikhail.
When was the last time you saw a grown
What else you
man
got?
butt-ass naked? Too long ago.
St. Louis riots. I saw that girl get stabbed in the neck at that Ben Shapiro thing last night. Yeah, she like this guy. She was holding a sign that says like pro-Jewish people and peace, and it had little '60s peace sign on it. It looks like a fork in a circle, and she had it up, and like Ben Shapiro's awesome, and this guy just apparently just rolled up and
You watched
got
it?
her, and there's like she's like there's blood all the concrete.
You
and
saw
shit.
the footage? Because I can't find it.
I didn't see the footage. I saw pictures. I saw pictures. Yes, let's do it. I don't know what this is. AJ's gonna pull something up
It's
for
not
us.
animal porn.
Oh, here we go. Is this the footage? Okay. Yeah. See, look right here. Mr. Oh, I love Tucker Carlson.
Uncuckable.
Ugh. He's so beautiful. I like how like Fox is like, you know what? They're Antifa. Like they're terrorists. These people are evil. I love Tucker Carlson. We don't have it. We may have it shortly. But yeah, like I think it's ridiculous. What? It doesn't matter if someone's like, "Hey, I want to kill your mom." I don't think it gives you the right to go up and stab them in the fucking throat, right? Because words aren't violent. They can lead to violence for sure.
People are violent.
People are like guns don't kill people. I kill people. But no, it's so crazy, and like why the people on the far left want to pretend like everybody on the center of right is evil, and they're punching people in the street, and they want to send all the Mexicans back, and Trump hates Mexican people, and they wants to send all the black people back to Africa, which I don't understand, because I think this is what happened to finish my point, why everybody on the right's not trying to punch people, but everybody on the far left is like trying to assault people. They're literally assaulting people. I don't see these fucking Nazi people rolling around killing people, like stabbing people in the neck at people that disagree with their views. That's evil shit.
Not to mention there's so many less Nazis than there are radical
There's probably
leftists.
5 Nazis in the United States.
Or anarcho,
Five,
you fucking
all
call
of them,
yourself-
all
call
of them.
yourself.
Wow. Yeah, it was. She had like curly hair, right? There's like blood all over the concrete.
But do we actually see the stabbing?
We got our boy who's driving. He's connected.
Oh, CJ.
We have Mr. Isreal going to join us in just a moment.
Looks like he's about far.
But the left is very violent. Not all of the left, but a portion of it. We have this guy. What is up, Mr. Isreal?
Hola, gentlemen. What's up? West Side, Uhuru.
West Side. Uhuru.
I can
guys
hear
look
him
like
vaguely.
Bubble
If we
Coke
can turn it
dealers.
up just a little tiny bit. Mr. Isreal, I gave you a phone call, or
Yeah,
you
I
called
can
me
hear
this morning.
you.
Yeah, we have your little deal down there. So, anyways, I gave you a call because the West is the Best is all about America, and America's the best. America's the shit, and you are a person who has seen all of the United States, and you know it. You've seen everything. Probably you've experienced every state in at least a small way, and I'd love for you to be able to talk a little bit about why you think America's the best, what state you think is the best, why it's the best, what state's the shittiest, and your kind of some of your experiences driving on the road, experiencing this beautiful place we call home.
Right on. Well, certainly Texas is the best.
Absolutely.
The West is the best. Texas is best in the West, and I don't think that can be argued. California, New York, probably some of the shittiest, but they got some cool people in them, I suppose. Yeah, I've been just about everywhere, except for Vermont and Rhode Island. I haven't been there.
You want to go there?
A few times. Okay. I generally don't like to go to the East Coast anymore. I stay fairly well west of I-35 these days. East Coast is a terrible place. I prefer it out west.
That's awesome.
So yeah, no, I've been just about everywhere. I've been to Canada a few times before they told me never to come back.
Because you're too awesome, they wouldn't let you back in. They're like, "Whoa, you have too much testosterone. You are definitely from America. You need to cool that shit. And if you don't, you're not in." And you say,
They
"Fuck
searched my
you."
truck. They thought I was bringing cocaine or something in there. I don't know. They didn't like the cut of my jib, I suppose. They certainly didn't like my tattoos. They locked me up and told me never to come back. So.
Wow. A Canadian jail, though, right? Like, it couldn't have been that
bad. It
bad.
was okay. The coffee was good. I met a few interesting people. Nice little 10-day break. I mean, I was locked in a cage, but I guess it could have been worse.
I hear that. So what? Like you're a professional. Go ahead.
Yeah, some might call me professional.
You're a professional
Professional
long
what?
distance veteran logistics expert of the 5th degree or something. Is that correct? You're the master roadsmith.
I probably have a little over 1 million miles under my belt. I've been driving for 10 and a half years. And yeah, I've seen it all.
You can see some crazy shit out on the road. Like, have you seen some of these fucked up car accidents? This morning I was driving to the studio, and so I was passing Six Flags in Texas, in Arlington, and I'm in the second to right lane, and there's this guy who's following this little like silver Hyundai or whatever, and he has 2 of the trailers on his deal. And he's following this car, and the car switches lanes, and he just goes, whoop, like just because he was paying attention to the car, not the lane. And this asshole almost clipped me and like killed me, basically. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, I've traveled around the world. I've spent a little time in England, Germany, and I've noticed that the United States pretty much gives any retard that wants one a driver's license. It's fairly easy to get one. And it's probably way too easy to do that.
So you're
travel
for
overseas.
stricter, harder to get a driver's license, is what you're pro harder to get a
Absolutely.
driver's license.
The only problem is, over in Europe, they've got good public transportation. You can most times do just fine without a car.
And they ride fucking
Here-
bikes everywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't because towns are smaller. I mean, I brought a friend over here from England, and I showed him around Texas, and I told him, honestly, Texas itself is bigger than most of Europe. I mean, you can take England, Wales, France, and Germany, and
If you crunched
Texas
them up.
is still bigger. Yeah, and Texas is still bigger. I mean, you can go anywhere in Europe in like 8 hours.
Yep. Yeah, you're like, hey, I'm in France. Let's go to Italy and have dinner. Like it's
And right, and that's kind of nice. But so they get away with not having driver's licenses. Here it's a little harder, so you can't get the people on board with making it harder to get those licenses. But they really need more training. People have no idea what they're doing out here. They'll cut off a semi truck. I mean, I used to do oversized stuff. There were times where I weighed 150,000 pounds driving down a mountain, and people think nothing of just jumping in front of you and hitting your brakes as if you can just stop.
Yeah, no,
And so
yeah.
it's
So
definitely needs to be
there's
sport
always
training.
people doing fucked up crazy shit like these. Like you, if you and I mean like you see these commercials where these lawyers are like, big trucks are evil and they're gonna kill your family, so you need to call me and I'll get you $500 million or something. Like, do you find that people like professional truck drivers get like a bad rap and like they're like dangerous and like their trucks are dangerous and like no one knows how to drive? I think we put him on pause or something. Oh, here we are. Yep,
Yellow.
we got you. We got you. So yeah, do you find that it's
Okay, so
crazy?
the government comes after us because we're an easy target. We're the so-called professional drivers. Our companies are easy to sue. A lot of them will settle instead of dealing with the lawsuits. And granted, truck drivers are some ignorant assholes as well. Now they bring in all the Somali pirates. They're giving out CDLs out of Cracker Jack boxes at some of these big training companies. So, I mean, truck drivers have their own share of the blame, but we're the professionals, most of us, or at one point in time we were. And a lot of these incidents have to do with the cars not respecting the size and the power that we have.
What's
They
the
run around us
proper
like we
etiquette
stop on
to
a dime.
What's the proper etiquette to deal with a truck? Because I know that when I'm in the left lane or I'm in the center lane and there's a big ass truck next to me and he's trying to get over, I almost always kind of slow down, like let him come over. I'm like, dude, like let's fucking go. Or like I flash my lights a little bit. I'm like, hey, come on over. Like
Right.
it's like I can't imagine how pain in the ass it would be to be you like trying to get over and there's 50 cars whipping past you.
Right. Well, it gets tough, and we just deal with it. One of the problems that we're having these days, and this goes again to government control and insurance and things like that, some of these big companies, they're turning their trucks down. They're setting governors on them. Some of these companies, these drivers can't go any faster than 62, 63. And you'll get one guy that can go 65 and stuck behind a guy that can do 63. And he'll be worried about that extra 2 miles an hour. So he wants to go and pass him, but it'll take him forever to pass him. Everybody, all the cars get irritated. Why is this guy sitting here? Trucks that can go 72 like me get really upset about it.
Isn't there a limiter on the vehicles that prevents them to go any higher? And don't some truck drivers like hack them or like even if because my father was a truck driver for 16 years and my grandfather was a truck driver for like 50 something years and they fucking retired, but like they would figure out the trucks that had the limiters or the black box or whatever, and they would get the fast ones or they'd have a tool to fuck with it and they'd be able to go faster and they'd make more money and they would lie on their logbooks to make sure that they can get places faster, make more money, all that kind of shit.
Right. Yeah, no, there's definitely, I mean, some of these companies, they put speed limiters on their trucks, and there are definitely some outlaw shops out there that will take your truck into the shop and put a little cheater box in there that'll let it go faster. And there's ways around those things, logbook cheating. Those days are almost over. Almost everybody's on electronic logs now, and I guess at the end of the year it's required on everybody.
Wow.
So the days of outlaw trucking are pretty much up. In fact, at this point, I generally wouldn't push anybody into being a truck driver. It used to be a good profession. It used to make good money.
Sure.
I've been doing it 10 years. I just now found a good company that I'm happy with.
So most truck driving companies are shit, but like the one you're with is good now.
Yeah, I finally found a good one. I almost didn't get into it because I've hopped around a lot trying to find it. But there are some good companies out there. But all these big companies, they're just...
Well, I found that truck drivers are underappreciated.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Well, because you guys are literally the infrastructure for the United States. Like, you're delivering the food to the grocery stores, and you're delivering the toys to the place. You're delivering the candy to the candy store. And then people are being dickheads to these guys that are delivering you all the shit that you're trying to cut him off to go get.
Right. Yeah, and the pay hasn't basically changed in 30 years. Everything else costs more.
Does the gas prices cause your pay to go up and down?
What is it?
Do the gas prices, and when they fluctuate, do they cause your pay to go up or down?
No, the truck pay is, I mean, if I own my own truck and you get fuel mileage or
Surcharge.
fuel cost
Surcharge?
offsets and stuff like that, that'll change. But I work for a company. I drive their truck. They pay for the fuel. I get a set money per mile. I get bonuses and stuff like that. But
That's
the
fucking
fuel
awesome.
price doesn't really affect me. It affects my company, certainly.
And then if they're not making enough money and being profitable, then they'll probably lay people off or whatever. So in the long term, it doesn't affect your pay, but it affects your job stability, for instance.
Well, it just affects the price of the goods. I mean, the goods are still going to get there. It's affecting the how much it costs for my company to ship it to the store, and then the store's going to raise the prices, and I mean, that's just how the
It's a vicious cycle. It's like these people like lobbying for $15 an hour, and it's like, dude, listen, you don't want to do that.
Right. No, everything increases except for my pay. Like I said, the truck driver pay has pretty much remained the same since deregulation.
What do you mean by deregulation?
I don't know. That was before my time. It seems like it's hurt the industry. That's what everybody says anyway.
That sounds
I guess
fun.
I should read up on it.
So what are okay, before we let you go, what are some tips that you can advise people so they're not assholes to people, friendly driving advice with 18-wheelers?
Stay off of our back. Don't cut off in front of us. We can't stop. Not quickly anyway. Don't ride next to us. Especially some of these big companies, they like to use recap tires on their trailer. You ever see those big?
Yeah, they take the tread
Tire
off
road.
and then they add new tread.
Right, they recap those tires, and those things blow, and if you're next to the truck when it blows, I mean, that can cause some damage.
Oh yeah. And when you pop a tire, you like the vehicle moves, like, right?
What is it?
When you blow a tire, like the
Vehicle
vehicle moves over, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, depends on what tire you blow. I mean, if you blow a steer tire, that's going to be fun. If you blow a trailer tire, you might not even know it.
Wow.
Depending on how
And then
it
you break
blows.
somebody's windshield behind you, and then your wonderful company has to shell out a lot of money.
Right. Yeah, I mean, chances of that happening are slim, but when I used to ride motorcycles especially, I would be real mindful of sitting next to a truck because I've had one blow next to me and scared the shit out of me. I thought I was being shot at the time. I was driving through Gary, Indiana with my motorcycle enthusiast brother from my old past. That scared the shit out of me. But yeah, just give us room. Realize we can't stop. Get around us and go.
Yep. Well, cool. Mr. Isreal, thank you so much for joining us today. Wow, that one was bad. What's the most fucked up car accident you've ever seen? And then we'll let you go.
I don't know. I can't think of it. It just always boggles my mind sometimes to see accidents on straight road.
Well, do you ever like have to hit animals like deers and shit? Because you can't stop.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was a truck driver. He's like, hey, if you fucking brake, you're gonna die. Like you have to run it over.
I've slayed a few deer in my career. One time in Ohio, I think I hit like 3 or 4 at once. I come up over a hill and they're just standing in the middle of the road. Wasn't much I could do about it. I hit about 3 or 4 of them. And the sheriff's cousin showed up before the cops even got there to pick the deer up and go process them, I suppose.
Wow. Was this in West Virginia?
That was Ohio.
Same shit. All right. Thank you, sir, very much for joining us. I love you to death.
I like you more than a friend. It's good talking to you, and hooroo.
See you, Jake. Love you, brother.
We'll see you soon.
All right, later, bro.
So that was interesting. I now know more about 18-wheelers. I like a lot of what he said. I don't think I disagreed with anything he said. I think he's an incredibly smart gentleman.
I can't disagree with anything he said. I don't know shit about 18-wheelers.
Well, now you can't say that, bro. We busted that up for you.
That's true, and I always try to stay away from them, on the road. If I see them, just stay away.
Okay.
Don't ride on the ass. Don't.
We're at a point in the show where I feel like we need a change. So I'm going to take my glasses off, and I would ask you to do the same, Mr. DiCarlo.
Oh man, I was liking the Ray Charles look.
Watch this, guys. This is cool. Watch. See these? They go down here, down there, and then they fold like this, and then they fold back up. Whoa! Holy shit!
Wow,
Isn't that neat?
those are fancy. Mine could do that if I apply enough pressure.
Oh yeah, you would break your glasses though.
Five Below.
Yours or mine? I don't know. So, Mr. Dunn is here now in the studio. Mr. Dunn, what kind of hat do you think we should make for Wittib?
For women?
Wittib. Not women.
I like those.
These?
In fact, I just photoshopped a picture of Gavin wearing his with the guy, and I just took his head. That's the best looking one, I think.
Ours is fucking gangster.
Yeah, that exact one, I would make different colors.
I like the black and gold better though.
I want to do a yellow and black. But I don't want to do the Texas, I want to do American flag.
It would match that shirt that everybody had for a while. You know, the black on yellow.
Oh, the yellow and black spray paint shirt that we did.
Yeah.
The one that we had on the news, by the way. Which was awesome. I'm going to put this hat on. So, Nicholas, I'm on vacation. That's why I'm dressed like a homeless person from the 50s. But when was the last time you were on vacation? Where'd you go?
Phoenix. I went back home to Phoenix.
When was that? What'd you do?
Fuck, that was like 2013. I haven't had a vacation in a while. I should have mountain of drugs with a bunch of friends. It was a lot of fun. Hallucinogens. Stayed consistently stoned. Hit the bottle, you know.
Sounds fun.
I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember I went. It was great.
Do you remember coming back?
Yeah. Yeah. Most of it. Because I like to get drunk on the plane, too.
Oh, you flew. You didn't drive.
Yeah, fuck that. Just from here to El Paso is like, what, 14 hours?
No, it's actually from here?
660 miles.
Yeah, so it's like 7 hours, right?
No, fuck.
If you're going like 95.
The speed limit out there
No,
is
it's
85 now.
it's 8 hours at most.
I drive a truck at 65 miles an hour.
There you go.
Well, okay, so from
That's about 12
Rockwall, where
hours
I
in the
used
end.
to live, it was like 9 or 10 hours. And in Fort Worth, which is an hour and a half past that, it has to be an hour and a half less. You just take 20 all the way down, right? I have to drive it. I have to. Oh fuck! I should have asked CJ his tips on long distance driving. It was my whole point of bringing him on. CJ, if you're listening, you need to let me know. I'm assuming actually the longest I've ever driven is like what, 4 hours.
Okay.
So, I am assuming comfortable clothes is a necessity. I'm assuming that snacks, maybe. A couple of road sodas.
Comfort is definitely necessary. And
Comfort is king.
I have to stop every like hour, stretch my legs.
You
I
have
can't sit still for a while.
to move
Yeah,
some glutes.
correct posture and, you know.
Do you ever have like a
shut
neck pillow and then like...
No. Too relaxing.
Oh, so you're like afraid for your life when you're too comfortable, like you
Yeah.
fall asleep. So you have to like blast the AC when you're tired and stuff like that. I don't do that. I should probably start doing
Hot
that.
sauce in the eyes. That's a trick they teach in
Really?
the military. Now that I've been in, I just talk to people, you know. Hot sauce in the eyes.
Is that a
that'll
real
keep you
thing? Hot
awake.
sauce on the ice?
Doesn't it make you want to like close your eyes? You're like, fuck that.
No, but the pain is.
That's
you're not
a
gonna
good
fall
point.
asleep
You would
when
wanna
got
close
hot
your eyes.
sauce in your fucking eyes, though. At least you'll be awake.
Now you can't
That
shoot
should be like, instead of just fucking snoozing.
fucking the VC's like, they just put the hot sauce in there.
Hey,
Let's get him.
put the camera on you two and then move the mic in the center of both of you guys. Let's have a conversation.
Right. Y'all get my VC.
Let's have a chat.
I think I touched on all of my talking points for today. We can always go back to my old ones. Let me pull up some old talking points and ask you guys. I'm going to interview the production guys here.
There we go.
Some of my crazy questions that I think about. So, guys, why do you think that some women are attracted to feminine men? Why do you think some men are attracted to feminine, or some women are attracted to feminine men? I don't know either.
That all women, to some degree, are bisexual, based on, like history. So, in other words, back when it used to be way fewer men and a lot of women, that they would have to learn to get along with each other, and the male
Women don't get along very well.
would want to fuck all of them,
They
right?
definitely give each other more shit than men do.
Well, the deal is women pretend to like each other, and they don't for the most part.
No.
Is what I find.
No, women hate each other.
Okay, so
Well, they hate each other, especially when you put a man in between them.
So AJ, we were talking a little bit about this the other day. Why do you think that when do you think that patriotism became lame? Like to the left. Like why is it stupid?
I think they were told that patriotism now is basically a white supremacist thing.
So if you like America, you're evil?
Being a patriot 8 years ago, 9 years ago, it was great actually, but all of a sudden it got flipped. You know, we were done with racism when he came with change. A lot of people voted, yeah, we'd like some change. We're no longer racist. We want to go that next route, but it immediately got flipped on people. So now this country was no longer patriotic. People didn't like the nation, and they could go blaming anybody they wanted, especially any cis white males or any
Cisgender white male.
That's just so weird. The word cis itself is just, I mean, say straight white dude.
You gotta keep in mind too. A lot of people that were, under this banner of patriotism were pretty fucking lame as well.
Well, what do you mean?
That too. You had the rednecky aspect of it.
Oh, we're like they're like too patriotic and they have like yeah.
It's like, oh, that's my style. That's my fashion now. It's patriotic, ultra patriotic.
Well,
Eagle and shit.
I've never in the past 8 years I kind of saw the American flag and was like, "Oh, okay." And then now when Trump's in the office, I'm like, "Dude, I fucking love the American flag. Like I love everything about America now." Cuz we're winning again.
Punk rock again.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's because there's such a large, seemingly large faction now saying that that's fucking lame. That now the counterculture should be patriotic. Whereas, not very long ago, the counterculture was to be that side saying patriotism is lame. But that voice got so loud, so the fashion is,
It's
flipped.
rebelling against that, and now the punk rock is.
Now mainstream
We were just-
society is PC, and to counter it, got to be crude. You got to be a patriot. You got to
It's so funny. Did you see that Vice article? Was it Vice? I forget what it was. It was like I can't stop hooking up with Trump supporters
Yeah.
cuz like
Fucking read it.
she was like all about how how they're just alphas and like they don't give a shit and like because it's kind of hard to come out to your friends. You're like, hey guys, kind of voted for Trump, and they're like,
Well, even if they didn't vote for Trump, like you said, it's kind of hard for them to admit it. But don't you think like probably a majority share of those people, like deep down inside, are like, well, I can't say this.
they want to be cool like us, and they want to like Trump, but they're like, but I can't though. It's like the forbidden fruit to like America and like put yourself first, maybe like be an alpha.
Personally, have friends of mine that are staunch liberals.
Well, you voted for Obama.
No, I did the first time. Yeah, I did. I was very naive. I didn't know what I was doing. Hey, I got played. All right.
He played us all.
I did.
He played us all.
I've had friends of mine that they're completely different on social media now, public than they are, and they said, like, we wish we could come out. We wish we could say the things. We just can't.
Oh, so like a secret Trump supporter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in a closet.
closeted.
In a sense, they were in a closet.
Wow. I don't know. Like I've seen a lot of dudes that are like flipping after the election, where they're like, "Dude, I voted for Hillary," or "I voted for whoever," and it's like, "Dude,
Well, I think that's
it's
because
so fucking cool."
that's because the left keeps making this a battle. They keep making it about sides, right?
They want to make it us versus them.
They have a blanket. They have an umbrella ideology. You have to accept all of it
Put it
under the umbrella. What?
You have to talk into your mic, sir.
They have an umbrella ideology. You got to agree with everything under that umbrella, and everyone who doesn't
Well,
is
it's
an asshole.
it's
a Nazi,
identity.
a
They want to.
fascist.
They all want to. It's us versus them. And if you belong to this,
Yeah.
then you're evil or whatever.
They're the ones making it a battle. They're the ones making it a war.
Well, they're like, Obama, when he was running, he was the first mixed candidate, and then when he won, he was the first black president. It's like, it's all about identity, and
Yeah.
if you have the same identity, if one of them has a problem, you all have the problems, and it's just ridiculous.
And honestly,
so
I think that's why he started adopting the gay agenda as well. He needed more allies.
it was a boost. It was a boost. But, anyways, we touched a lot of good stuff today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We know you can watch anything, and I appreciate you watching my mustache and his mustache talk about random shit for an hour or
These
something
sexy
like
lip
that.
sweaters.
So, stay tuned. We're going to have some more content probably Thursday. Mr. Lefevre? What is his name?
Lefevre.
Lefevre. I'm joking, buddy. I know
Shout
your
out to
name.
my boy Wes.
I'll be gone for 2 weeks in El Paso, so I'll probably come in on Thursdays. Maybe a little snippet will probably jack me into this beautiful TV here. Probably report on how shitty El Paso is.
Beautiful screen.
But yeah, I'll be back in what 2-3 weeks, something like that. So don't miss me too much. I'll be in the groups and this and that, and hopefully I'll post some cool pictures of the desert. The desert's a lot like the beach, except for there's no water. So thanks for tuning in.
Goodbye.